Okay. Okay, let's see. I have 160 resin. Let me just go get that start. Okay. Actually, wait. Do I still have the double rewards? I don't know ski. Whoops. Anything, probably nothing. Dip coverage. Okay. Do I... Where is it? Oh, right here. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, commissions first, then, what do you call it? Ley lines. Ow.
Take it easy.
Okay. Up here. I need to go across the entire city. What even is this commission anyways? Ah, it's this one.
Take it easy.
Okay. Yum. Okay.
Take it easy.
You. What do you need? Okay. Yes, you. Annoying.
Wind Strider. Into the wind.
Okay, 5 out of 9.
Time to go.
There we go. You. Yes, good, good, go away. Cool. Ow. Okay. You, I did what you needed. Cool, goodbye. Okay. Let's see. Murder, murder, more murder. Okay.
Take it easy. Busted. The wind knows.
Yeah.
Things are about to get dicey.
Anyways.
Take it easy.
Need to keep going this way. Where is it? There it is. And there was one over here. don't
it
know what
easy.
this one is though. That's just murder, but what kind? Okay, that's easy.
Into the wind. Really? Quietly now.
There you go. Get out of here. Now you, shrimp guy. Ow.
I'm going in.
The wind knows me. Gotcha.
I'm the front hip. It's
Yeah.
Game's up. Fun zone.
Get out of here. Okay. Now, this way.
Take it easy.
nice and spicy.
Yeah.
Let's light it up. Into the wind. Busted.
You okay?
One
These
with
guys.
nature. Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now. Take it
There we
easy.
go. That should be all four. Yep. You okay?
Add Astro. Thank you for.
There we go. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, still nothing. Okay. This way. Okay, the ley line is right here, I think?
Take it easy.
No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it seems fun. Slightly less fun.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds. Game's up. Fun's over.
Yeah. Nice.
Take it easy.
Okay. I need more. This way. Cool. I'm gonna need a lot more.
Take it easy. The wind knows me.
Luka, get them.
Let's light it up!
Ow.
Things are about to get dicey.
Get out of here.
Busted. Take it easy.
Everybody, stand back.
Into the wind.
Going. Okay. How far away is that one? Yeah, not that far. go.
Take it easy.
Anyways, what's on here? Okay. Hey, ice thing. Cool. Ah, lovely.
Fallen leaves adorn my.
Out the frying pan, into the fire.
This is good.
One with nature.
Water.
Ow. There.
I'm going in. Luka, get them.
The wind knows me. Gotcha.
Oh, lovely ice rage. That was fun, actually.
Everybody stand back.
Ice rage is a lot better than Hydro Mage. Okay. Okay, now to get to this ley line, which is not bad. Got it.
Busted. Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here. This seems like a lovely place.
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud. Quietly now. Into the wind.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Okay, that's good. This could be a lot better. So I mean, HP Sands. HP Sands. Do I have another one? I think I only have that one. I mean, if I could get a different tenacity piece, I could give her that one. But it's the goblet that's kind of screwing me over there. Okay. First of all, cancel that. Go here, go here, go here. Okay. This thing. Let's see, where is it? Tenacity. Oh, depth. I need more hard depth pieces, anyways. Crit damage, crit rate, pretty good. Crit rate. If that feather rolls crit damage, that would be pretty good. I have really have nothing to fall into it. I got that. There we go. Yeah, sure, that one. Okay, this place. Since there's no way in hell I'm gonna go to the, go on the top of the mountain. Let's do this one.
The wind's
Yeah.
clouds high. The birds.
You're toast! Teamwork is trick!
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
There you go.
Gotcha. Wind strike.
At the right hand! Everybody stand!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Okay. Now, let's see. This is garbage. It's not even the right set.
Take it easy. One with nature.
Eat this! Luka, get them!
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is at the right hand!
The wind knows me. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Okay, anyways. That. Wow. Goblet with defense, goblet attack. So, garbage. Lovely.
Take it easy. Quietly now. Clouds high. The birds.
Nice and spicy! I'm going in! You're toast!
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Anyway. Yeah, 45 seconds, not bad. Sounds not bad. HP flower. Oh, I mean, the flower's always gonna be HP. Okay. Now. Okay. Let's see, feather. Garbage. This is complete garbage. That's decent. That's also garbage. That's... no, that's garbage. Okay, that's decent. Okay. Let's see, tenacity. I don't know how that actually. Whoop. Oh, garbage. Then your damage bonus, defense, and what else? Attack percent. So, literally garbage. Come on, something good. Attack percent, great. You make me suffer. I need HP percent. I mean, there's this feather. Trash, that's what it is. Okay. Lovely. Let's see. Okay. That's fine. I'll look on those more tomorrow. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me get rid of all the sumuru ones. Okay, these. This. I need to clear out my quest log. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh no, so I already have some. Lovely. Okay. Is that literally it? Apparently. This way. Yes. Yeah, this is a story quest I'm doing. Yeah, it's causalist. Okay.
a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest.
Okay.
Mr. Kaidehara is
Useless.
currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of
Oh,
mora?
wow.
Whoa! Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads, and I thought you might have some information from different sources.
I have no clue what we're looking
It's
for.
true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted.
Well, that's a
It would
bit.
cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
We'll investigate both.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Okay. Sure. Right. What in the world? Interesting.
Okay. Unlimited patience and willpower to move. Ah, if it isn't.
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans.
Interesting.
After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma. The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties, and just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand.
It sounds cool.
There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryou Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse. And neither of them came back.
Fire?
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up.
Wow.
He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is
sounds very useful.
extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry, you have our word.
Okay.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Okay, let's go
Yes.
get...
It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Okay, let's see. Gotta go all the way up here, lovely.
This to my superiors?
This way. You.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
Apparently I look like a dead
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state.
I'll let you, Miko.
Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them.
Dude had an
Our
addiction.
expenses really
No.
spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens.
Yes.
On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
No, not the children.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
Oh, you did the
Had I
thing.
not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I understand. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps
Weird.
he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Mayuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
Dude, I've been
A
lost
little
when I started this
confusing.
quest.
More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Okay. I want to know what's going on.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
No, I don't think.
Well, Paima was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
What's the
Right.
most critical
I
information?
very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle.
There's so
Working
many
off what
reasons
we know so
in this
far, there
world
are
that
too
the
many
fire
things
could have
that
started.
don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Ame no Mayuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. just right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Okay. Glad there's a teleport point next to it.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
I don't remember what that is.
But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Approach slowly?
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside.
That's dangerous.
If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth.
You should let me open the
You
door.
needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
Not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
Too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy's source left this place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them.
Let's say.
Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you, too, will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
Listen, just because you have a fancy anima
been in
vision.
the longest time? One Mean Restaurant! Paimon suddenly has a craving for food that makes you feel like your mouth's on fire. Can we go to One Mean Restaurant, please?
Oh, there's a fox. Hello, buddy. Why are you not running? It's adorable. Door. Oh, river.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seemed... quite possibly. Let's search the area.
It's Kazua's story quest is what it is. This one.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls!
Ooh, enemies. Let me just...
Strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Anyway.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm still like way behind into the story quest.
Look at this red stuff!
Even in Archon quest, I'm
What
still
is
behind.
it?
By the looks of it, a letter, written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
Ah, yes, uwu. Interesting. So the blade got stolen.
According to this
That's
letter,
hydrated. Let me
a
just
conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
Where'd he go, though?
So, where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here.
As I was going
Yes.
into more like the
Right
search
now,
later.
we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first
yes.
seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Interesting.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
Danger? We're always in danger. What do you mean? Ah, wind. Let me just... No, I missed. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Huh.
Show yourself! It's no use hiding anymore.
Oh, lovely.
Kaede Harakazua. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Man, look at that
Indeed,
sword.
there should be no enmity between us. If it is Ame no Miyuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Ame no Miyuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Look at that blade, though.
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light.
Yeah.
Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Ame no Miyuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith.
Yeah, I got
Sure
quite a bit
enough,
of fun
in the end,
stuff.
he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his
I don't
life's
like any
work,
of the good ones,
his
though,
wisdom,
except for Yolan
his
and
skill.
Ganyu.
It culminated in his
Taglia.
creation of me.
Oh, and Kazuha.
He not only
Got a couple of
bestowed
good
upon
ones.
me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my
But
own.
I also got D-Luke, so...
In her
D-Luke is
conceit,
garbage.
the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So... swords can become conscious and control people?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action.
Yes.
After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's
my
blade
God.
and prove my power.
This man wants to
the
die.
might of Ishin art.
This man really wants to die.
So Ame no Miyuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Oh my god, dude.
Out of the frying pan,
Let me
into the
just
fire,
casually.
please. Teamwork is dreamwork.
The wind knows me.
No, my cousin was put in place. This is terrible.
Things are about to get dicey.
Actually, just... what can we use? A filler blade. Hey, what? Oh, what? I mean, that's pretty good, but still. No, bless. Ah. Oh, that's kind of cringe. Oh, what are these stats? Oh my god. Oh, come on. Dude, that's terrible. It's C3 Kazuha too. Dude. Yeah, this Kazuha was terrible. Come on. They could have done so much better. Like, sure, his stats are high, but that means jack. Yeah, I know they do. Like, bro, watch.
Join me
Let's just
and
smack
sever
the guy.
the divine light.
2k damage.
Submit to me.
Race you.
I'm waiting for the stupid dice to go away.
We shall rewrite history.
Yeah, none of my characters do that much damage. But like... yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah, it's... I don't understand why.
Time to go.
I mean, I guess it's so the burst is more powerful, but still.
Adventure time. Off we go.
But Burr's rendered completely useless because my Bennett already runs in the bless. Like, I mean, this is a pretty good weapon. I think I actually have this weapon too. Is it 3-star? Do I not have a filler blade? Guess what I did. I guess not. Thought I did have one. Yeah, I know that. I was just testing the damage.
Join me and sever that divine light.
Luka, get them.
Gotcha.
Rather flat it.
Guts. One with nature.
But yeah, like, my normal Ganyu attack does more damage than this Kazuha.
Nice and spicy.
Submit to me.
Then again, none of my characters are really like made for damage.
We shall rewrite history.
They're made for mostly energy, except for Yolan. Yolan's made for pure damage.
Busted.
Join me and sever that divine light.
Luka, get them.
Okay, I'm not messing around. Let me just kill him.
Going in.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Get out of here.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too.
Yeah,
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man.
Bro, we
He's
just
but
toss you
a
in the
puppet
ocean.
that can be replaced. I can take a new
Yeah, that
vest.
works.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure.
What if we just put you in a
By
box?
any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
Yeah, we'll
As
just
I've
take him and
mentioned
put him in a
before,
box. It'll be
the
fine.
forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements express
Aw.
the innermost
What
thoughts
if
of the
we
blade.
just give him
If
to
you
the
ask
Shogun?
me, the mania is probably due to your
Give him to the
desperate,
person he hates the
single-minded
most.
ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface.
Yeah,
In
we'll
that
just
regard,
give him the
why
item
would I
and
ever
and let
need
her
your
take them.
help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your
I
mind,
asked you to eat the sword.
everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally
I
have
know,
an
right?
opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more
Yeah.
you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
Dude, I really don't like
You
using
know
electro
about any of
characters.
this. I'm
It's really
just
hard to,
one
like, do
step
reactions
away
with them.
from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous
and the
journey,
electro
you
reactions
committed
aren't really that
countless
good anyways.
atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for
exactly.
human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you
Like,
inherited the secrets of
I usually
Ishin art.
learn because
But
A,
even as
Hydro
you made your
and
journey to
Pyro
honor this
did
legacy,
vaporize.
you treated the ones who
And
wielded
B,
you as mere
Yolana's
tools to do
stupid
your bidding.
broken.
How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality.
Oh, is it?
It is pointless to
I have
argue
it down
further.
quite a bit. Oh yeah, it's because
Descendant
Genshin's
of
really
the
loud.
Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then
Yeah,
offer
usually
me
I
your
have the
body
Genshin
in
volume down
exchange.
like more. Not
How
Genshin, but game
stubbornly
volume.
you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades.
Yeah.
A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya.
Wow.
If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it.
I would like access to my settings.
Since I don't have any similar
Like, choose
kinds
my
of
audio.
obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Yeah, fine.
I am...
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now,
Yeah.
take me in your hand.
Imagine being able to float. I could do that too. Only for a bit.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
Yeah, if
I
something
will.
goes off, let me know immediately.
Thank
it's not
you.
like it's trying to possess you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for
Yeah,
Ishin
fair.
art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face
Basically,
it.
yeah.
He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been...
All right.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says
just leave him.
he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
Bro, just leave the guy.
It's a pretty treacherous
It'll
journey.
be fine.
Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Okay. Settings, audio. Let me just have that. That should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Blade testing menu. There's a thing here. Yeah, I'm not gonna collect it. This way. I have to go up. Oh, that's terrible. But yeah, my Kazuha doesn't have like nearly the stats that one does. But that's because he's using this set. And most of his stats are in EM. Oh my god. Why? Why have I not been leveling up this man's talents? What have I done to this man? Still need to level up Zhengling's talents too. Yeah, I know they are, but still. And my Bennett's healing talent isn't that good as well. Like, unless you level up your talents, your team is still gonna do trash damage. Yeah.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
I mean, all the boss stuff is rather easy to get. The only problem is it's all random.
Yeah.
So what in the world is here? Yeah. Apparently there's a new event. Cool. Did the best just reset? Yeah, it did. Oh, I get garbage for doing this. Lovely. You're telling me that I go through this domain and I get garbage. I only have Kazuha. What is this sword? This sword is kind of bad. It's not good on Kazuha. Bro, why HP of all things? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's good on like someone like Kaya or something. Or like a actual like main DPS. Yeah, dealing heavy damage. Okay. It's only R1 though. If you could R5 it, it'd be really good. But like, why so much stashed in HP? That's what I want to know. Hell yeah, what were you thinking? Why so much HP? Bro does not need more than 20k HP.
To me.
The wind knows me.
What do you mean? I mean, it does add extra damage, yeah. That's what I'm saying, it's not good for Kazuha. Because this man is not a main DPS.
The wind knows me. Falling leaves.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, my Kazuha doesn't have good crit crit damage, but that's because he's just a buffer.
One with nature.
But it's just a defense shredder, that's what he is. Oh, that was it. Okay, cool.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Time to go. Time to go.
Ooh, chest. Yoink.
Let's get down to business. Into the wind.
Yeah, fire.
The wind knows me.
Yeah. This sword is garbage.
How's this?
These artifacts are also garbage.
The birds call.
Everything about this is garbage.
Into the wind.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Bro, this sword is so garbage.
Time to go. One with nature.
Dude, I request that you stop being garbage for like 5 minutes so I can kill this thing.
Into the wind.
Yeah, too much to ask.
Falling leaves, adorn my night.
Just gonna take a fire for myself, dude. There we go.
That hurts.
Lovely.
Wind strike.
Anyways.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
I wonder why.
And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you.
Interesting.
The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep Yup! We can help this time!
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Oh, so his actual weapon is the Philip blade. Interesting. His stats are still garbage. No. God.
It's my lucky day.
You know, at least he does actual somewhat good damage now. I lied. He's still garbage. Oh yeah, why you gotta make me suffer like this? God is only those guys.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much
Bro,
time has
like all of
passed.
these weapons they're giving him is
My
complete
physical state is
garbage.
poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
Yep.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art.
Uh-huh.
There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
Oh, wow.
I
Who
sensed
knew?
it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Anyways.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Literally, all I have to do is move on that blade rung and he'll just break.
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Okay.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again.
Yes.
Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Ooh, loot. Okay, I'm gonna have to finish this next time because I do have to go now. Goodbye.